You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So the opening round of the Australian Open has definitely delivered some drama, and a lot of that centered around Rory McIlroy. His day at Royal Melbourne turned into what he himself called a roller coaster. And honestly, that feels like the perfect word for it. McIlroy finished with a 1/72. Not disastrous, but certainly not the smooth start he was hoping for. The Masters champion, who last won this tournament back in 2013, had a round packed with movement in every direction. 5 birdies were mixed with 6 bogeys, and most of those mistakes came from being caught out by the strong, unpredictable winds swirling across the course. At times, it looked like he was starting to build momentum, only for the wind to punish even slight misjudgments. As he put it, "Every time I made a birdie or two, I made a bogey or two." That back-and-forth rhythm essentially defined his entire round. His playing partners, Australia's Adam Scott and Min Woo Lee, managed the conditions a bit better and wrapped up their rounds at 2 under. But it was Elvis Smiley of Australia, Ryan Fox of New Zealand, and Carlos Ortiz of Mexico who surged to the top of the leaderboard at 6 under. They handled the tricky conditions with impressive calm and precision. Another standout was 22-year-old Scott Cameron Adam, playing in only his second professional event. After missing the cut at last month's Australian PGA Championship, he returned with real intent today. He recorded 3 birdies on the front 9 and 2 more on the back, before giving 1 shot back on the par 3 16th. Still, a 4 under 67 has put him just 2 shots behind the leaders. A huge early highlight for the young pro. As for McIlroy, his day actually started brightly with a birdie on the 10th, but bogeys on the next 2 holes quickly set the tone for the on-again, off-again rhythm that followed. He admitted he was caught out a couple of times by the crosswinds, but despite the frustrations, he's clearly enjoying being back at the Australian Open for the first time in nearly a decade. He was especially struck by the size of the crowd for their 7 a.m. tee time, saying it shows how much this championship means to Australian fans. Looking ahead, McIlroy is hoping calmer conditions will give him a chance to settle and start climbing the board. And with the support he's getting, plus the high energy of playing alongside Scott and Lee, he's heading into the next round with optimism. Elsewhere in the field, 2-time Australian amateur champion Jeff Guan, who is permanently blind in his left eye, battled to a 4/75 and sits tied for 117th. His presence alone continues to be a remarkable story in its own right. Plenty of golf remains, but day 1 has already delivered a mix of drama, resilience, and standout performances. Exactly what you hope for at the Australian Open. Stay subscribed for more videos.